those fun.
I might should smoke a joint. I want to finish this because I have a lot of opinions and I'm trying to wait for the point to be made. I'm trying to wait to see if there's any proof that what I'm thinking is wrong. Because at this point right here, I'm feeling like it's a setup. I feel like people are projecting shit on people. And I just don't feel like it's fair. I do not agree with this shit. I'm actually very upset. I'm upset in a motherfucker. Like, not because I was a fan of Gazi, because I haven't watched him in years. Just because I don't believe in his philosophy anymore. So, but he don't deserve this. He don't deserve this. There's never been any talk about him abusing somebody before. It's not the same. Not everybody who creates an organization is the same. And you know what's fucked up is that when you actually create an organization and you're trying to do the right thing, they will fuck you up like this.
To keep coming in. We appreciate the love and support, but keep it coming. Keep the donations coming. And if you're a Carnex person, join Black Hammers. You can get in on this land, on this liberated river, and on your own freaking liberation. So, you know, once again, this is Sergeant Southern Line. The land is here, the land is free. And
so, who wrote this? I'm not sure if this the T who wrote this and stuff. If this not you, like if this was actually in the video, then you know I apologize. Yo, T, I wish, man. I'm getting real mad at this video. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Hello, Antifa. It's me, Gazi, the Commander-in-Chief of the Black Hammer Organization. Land back. Land back. Land back. Land back. I heard you had some not so nice things to say about me. I heard you had so nice things to say about my hammers. I heard.
This is why he was dangerous. He's entertaining. And I believe Gazi did what he said that he was going to do. He believed in what he said he believed. And I felt like he genuinely had love for these people that he took in. Do I feel like he was militant? Yes. Do I feel like he was a cult leader? No. I would not put that label on him. You know, I've seen a lot of gay men in the community take on a mother figure, taking homeless people off the street, and it's for the kindness of their heart. Like that show Pose. That was an organization, the ballroom dancing and stuff. They did something similar to this, but would you call them a cult? And then you also have to ask who they're going against. Like the people that they're going against, they have a clear reason why they're going against these people. I have not seen Gazi switch up like somebody like Eligio and these other members who just want to get people money and shit. I actually seen him do what he said that he gonna do with the money. But motherfuckers don't support him like they will support a motherfucker Eligio. Motherfuckers don't support him like they will fucking support a Dr. Umar or some shit like that. They don't support him on the same level. This shit is fucked up, yo. And
She had not so nice things to do to one of my members, one of my dear, dear members, an African Filipino mother that you doxed and thought you could get away with it, thought we were gonna back down, thought we were gonna take it. No, that's not gonna happen.
And I even agree with the Joker thing, because if you've seen that Joker movie, I forgot what it's called, but it was a Joker movie. And when I seen it, I was like, yo, I fuck with the Joker. I understand. Just not everybody who is, you know.
Messed with the wrong one this time.
I'm gonna roll me a motherfucking joint.
Oh, yes, you did. Because we don't take it lightly when harm is done to our African and colonized women. And that's why at Black Hammer we say, touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one.
Not just fucking that though. But I also seen Gazi take up for people that was not in his organization, because his whole care was about Black people. So he would go out there and support Black people who wasn't in his organization. Do not put him in the same category as Eligio. Don't do that. Don't do that, because it's not fair. And I'm talking about just by observing his actions.
Touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. And you touched one of.
Because real people don't get supported, you know? People would spend their money on some fake shit so quick, it's ridiculous. But when you real and you fighting for like a real cause or some shit like that, people don't give a fuck.
Of us. So now you've touched all of us, and we're gonna have to do something about it.
You see, this is how crazy Batman's made Gotham. You want order in Gotham. Batman must take off his mask and turn himself in. Oh, and every day he doesn't, people will die. Starting tonight.
I do want to start off by saying it has been a while since we left the Black Camera organization. We left the organization back in March. And I personally haven't said anything publicly in this amount of time because, hey y'all, hey Safia.
What's going on, Safia?
I haven't said anything publicly because I still had faith and believed in the work that they were doing, despite like some of like the actions and the attitudes of some people that are in leadership in that organization. So yeah, but like in light of like recent events and recent happenings, we're like, okay, we got to say something. Like there have been a lot of people that have left the organization for various reasons, and no one's ever like spoken about it. I don't know whether that's fear of backlash or they felt the way I felt at a point in time, just believed in the work, because like the core of the work and the message is good.
Right.
And is real and is what is needed for true revolution. But like I said, the practices and attitudes of some people in leadership.
Nah, not anymore. Do not take this route. If you want to be a revolutionary, do not take this route. Create your own route. Because if you take this route, this is what's going to happen. And they already have systems around destroying it this way. Like, if you're going down this revolutionary path that so many people have seen before and they walk down it too, thinking that they have to do it exactly the same. But why? When you see people, it didn't work in the past. And if it did so-called work like Martin Luther King, it was because that's what they wanted. They wanted it to work. Like Martin Luther King was an agent. He was an agent. Sorry to break your heart. Shit, Harriet Tubman was an agent. Bitch. Come on now. So yeah. Damn, I'm having so much trouble. I gotta get something. I gotta get Topps paper because this little thin paper right here, yeah, like I don't want to roll in the cigarette roll.
Or I don't know what I don't even know what's like
troublesome to say the least. I mean, I haven't said anything outright publicly because I know, I mean, for the same reasons and because like I just like, to me it just didn't seem like there was a need to, but there's a lot of there's some things going on, some people that need some answers. Like they're still using my jingle, which is like, okay, like I made the jingle, y'all still using that. And by all accounts, sure, y'all like can, but like it's in poor taste. And then at the end of the day, like I am publicly renouncing like my, like involvement with my continued involvement with Black Hammer. Just because you hear my voice in that jingle does not mean I'm up in there. Okay, I ain't up in there, and I don't agree with anything that they're talking about. In terms of what they're doing with their membership, literally, and just the lack of transparency therein, let alone, certain events as it pertains to what's happening or not happening with the money that people have donated and membership funds. So let me just put that out there. So if you hear it, just know that it's my voice, but it ain't me. If that makes sense. So yeah.
Okay.
It's important I make
What
a video
the fuck,
today to
bitch?
dispel the rumors
That was it about a motherfucking jingle. I'm thinking that these motherfuckers are gonna say something serious. A motherfucking jingle? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm recording. What was their intentions? Those two men, what was their intentions? I think one of them either used to be in a relationship with him or wanted to be. It's some petty shit. But it's not. See, when a motherfucker left the Eligio code, they will come back with stories of abuse and stuff like that. But these motherfuckers is mad about a jingle.
put out while a member of the Black Hammer organization. I was falsely informed of what I will now say publicly are false, completely made up pedophile allegations against a comrade who goes by ARC. It is important that as I did come out publicly to tout these with false evidence given to me by Gazi Koto, that I come out equally publicly to state that these are unequivocally false. The research and the investigation I was told occurred did not occur, and what investigation did occur only proved that his story was 100% correct and that he was not lying. It's important that I come out and state this as we do move to dispel all of the rumors, lies, and accusations made by Gazi Koto. I am a former member of the Black Hammer organization who, while in the cult house, was encouraged to make a video basically further pushing all of these accusations out. So it is important to me that I come out and state publicly that they are untrue and that the comrade...
No, bitch. Get the fuck up off this screen, because unless you're going to show receipts like Gazi showed receipts, then I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. And, you know, this shit really ain't proving nothing, because the whole point is that people are saying that Gazi is the abuser. I haven't yet seen anybody say that. They're calling him a liar. They saying that he stole his jingle, but she was once on his side, even made videos talking about these so-called allegations. But after her so-called investigations, I really would like to know about those fucking investigations. Okay, because the lie was supposedly Gazi said that somebody else was sexually abusing people, and from your investigations, you find out that was a complete lie. Why? Did you talk to the people? Like, did you get an alibi or some shit? Like, why? How is it a complete lie? See, that don't even make no fucking sense. That don't make no sense. The fact that you could come out and say that at one point these allegations was true, but now after your so-called investigations, it's a complete lie.
Question is also a victim of Gazi Kozo's lies and manipulation.
Hey, Gazi.
And who is these people? Like, when these videos was made after he got arrested? Wow, bitch. Oh, look at him. He looking like, yeah, here go my chance to finally get you back. Here go my chance, bitch ass. Ain't nobody show no real evidence or nothing. This shit is fraudulent on every level.
I know you're a narcissistic sociopath who watched the video towards the end, so I know you're seeing this. And I just wanted you to know. Fuck you. We all see how much of a piece of shit you are. You can't hide. You are not the second coming of Christ. You are not a revolutionary leader.
I ain't never seen Gazi call himself Christ. It's not that I don't feel like Gazi didn't do anything wrong, but nobody is showing any real evidence. Nobody is showing why he's deserved being arrested, being called an abuser, or even the kidnapping. Now everybody got something to say after he get arrested, because they knew that if they would have said it beforehand, Gazi probably would have had receipts on their asses. So I ain't trying to hear this bullshit.
You're lower than dirt.
Why, bitch?
Fuck you.
Why? That's it? Ain't nobody saying shit. Ain't nobody saying shit. Ooh,
what's
this
going
is
on,
crazy.
comrades? It's your boy Rob. I'm doing a video on my disavowalment of the Black Hammer organization, which I had a hand in building originally. I was the original chief of agitation and propaganda for the Black Hammer organization. That is the very first motherfucking chief. I was in the very first Black Hammer meeting or event, and going into this, I had already just came out of the APSP, which I came to understand as a grift. Ironically, I ended up helping create an even more dangerous, more insane grift. So like I said, I was in the very first Black Hammer event, and since that very day, I took in work concerning media. In the beginning, I understood things were good. I helped make a book club. We had a very successful social media apparatus doing current events and politics in a mass style. I did the very first show of the org, Propaganda, breaking down my favorite movies and like how they're like propagandistic undertones, like aid CIA agendas and shit. And things were good. We were getting recognized for legitimate work on the ground and via social media. Established organizations like Anti-Conquista fucked with us, reviewed for. So before the Clout Demon really had solidified his grip on things, they were good. Motherfucker was fucking with us. We were on point and we were about that work. In the early days, I had understood myself as one of the counterbalances to Gazi's already visible ego, coming that he's like a famous motherfucker. This changed when the org began to grow at an exponential rate. Things.
He said it. He said he didn't say his ego. He said his aura. So when Gazi aura started to get really big, he became a threat. He said it. He said it, y'all. That's the real reason for this. You know what? That's why I'm thinking, I should just work alone, because when you're in a leadership position or you have the tools to organize some shit and put it together and to actually push out an ideal, people is gonna label you as narcissistic. People gonna call you egotistical. People gonna say these things about you, but it's not true. I have been called those things I was completely confused. But motherfuckers would project that on you if they felt like you overshadowed them in something like that. Like, all of these motherfuckers so far sound like some haters, but ain't nobody really said shit. And I'm really hoping that Gazi could get a good lawyer. Get you a good fucking lawyer, please. Cause this shit is bullshit. All of it is bullshit.
Were getting like out of hand, and we weren't internally prepared to address it. And in these little oversights, he had begun to establish himself as like the more dominant figure, because we understood him to be like.
Well, it was his organization, and when he worked on a Uhura at one point, so he is a team player. Okay, I seen that when he was working under them, he followed orders. His ego didn't get so out of hand where he tried to overpower the authority. It took for him to see that it was some fraudulent shit going on that he had receipts for, that he left and created his own organization. Now that's his organization. Of course he is the leader. So what you're talking about doesn't even make sense. What you is talking about is something that would naturally happen when a motherfucker creates an organization.
The SG from the prior org or an established figure. Yeah, every Wednesday when the cadre meeting would happen would be like a huge source of anxiety. One I had never experienced before or since.
He crossed his fingers. Why you do that? I don't think that he was conscious, but he doing it because I feel like he lying at the time. He lying.
No amount of work could save me from.
Let me show y'all.
Or sense of anxiety. One I had never experienced before or since. No amount of work could save me from this indignation that I was put through at the hands of this digital neo-colonialist. I gave everything I had to this fucking organization. Somewhere along the line, Gazi had convinced me that his will was that of the people. So he had already been addicted to these likes and retweets, amongst other things. So I looked at him as some sort of.
I don't agree with that either, because there's a lot of people who know who Gazi is. I don't know if you was to go on his channel now, would it look different? But not too long ago, he did not have a lot of viewers. He did not have a lot of subscribers. He did not have a lot of clout. I felt like he was shadow banned for a long time on all platforms. So when you in that position, you disconnect from the likes because you're not getting them. But he continued to do what he did, even though he was being shadow banned. So that shows me what you're talking about. It's not the truth. It's a difference with a Leo. The more foolish Eligio act, the more followers he got, the more money, the donations he got.
A veteran. So when he would say like some off the cuff goofy shit, it was up to me as the social media like chief to kind of clean that shit up or rally the
motherfucker. You ain't important.
The organization put me in these like petty internet squabbles with PSL, the New African Black Panther.
You knew you had to be in that. You knew you would have to go against other groups that's going to take you down. He ain't saying shit.
The party, FTP, AARP, and I would fucking argue with Gazi about why the fuck are we doing this shit. He's just going off the cuff, and it would always be like, no.
Because these are the organizations that you have to take down in order to stop the oppression. What you wanted him to do? Just be polite and friendly? How?
No, I'm being petty bourgeois sellout, blah, blah, blah. And he had made me believe that, like, if you weren't about this smoke, if you weren't about coming into conflict with these so-called petty bourgeois organizations, you weren't cut out for...
Motherfucking fact. That is a fact. You knew what you were signing up for, though. You knew he was going hard towards these organizations. So why are you complaining about it? That's like his whole brand. What you went in there, thought it was going to be some fake shit, that he's going to be secretly working with these organizations, but you came in there and he actually do what he said that he did, and you up here trying to make him seem like he just this outrageous leader and he's abusing his power and shit. Man, get your bitch ass out of this camera. I'm tired of listening to you.
He convinced me to be rating shit. So, in my mind, it was like always good to be hated by your enemies, yada yada, like that Mao fucking quote. But now I understand that it was just him feeding his own fucking ego, going against people who just disagree with him on like not even like the whole picture shit, on some like petty shit.
Nah, you don't see the big picture, and you just a coward. Sit your ass down.
Sent the young, bright African, Asian, indigenous comrade that I had seen chewed up and spit out, all because of one man's ego. This is a weight that I'll carry for the rest of my fucking life. I only wanted to be a legitimate foot soldier for the liberation of my people. And
nah, but you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it though. You didn't want to go against anybody. You wanted to be friendly. So what was your real reason? I'm starting to think that all these motherfuckers are talking, they all agents. Because y'all ain't saying shit.
in my eager stray, I felt for a bait and switch. Baited by the thought of revolution, switched for a motherfucking cult. Seeing its depth.
Nah, he went into something that was called a revolution, and Gazi was acting like a revolutionary, and he took that as ego. You a bitch.
They believe calls ice on people. What revolutionary organization attacked black women near exclusively? What revolutionary organization would call the cops on a pregnant young African woman?
Okay, first of all, when you're dealing with the black community, there's a lot of traumatized people. Motherfuckers who gonna try you. So you might have to call the police sometimes on these crazy ass motherfuckers. But I have seen Gazi support more people than go against. So I'm not understanding what he's talking about. I'm really not.
Gazi would kill you for a fucking retweet.
No, he won't. No, he won't. This motherfucker is a liar.
Get the fuck out of
yo.
that org.
This motherfucker is a liar.
Get the fuck out of
yo.
that org.
You a liar.
I am ex-chief of staff to Gazi Kozo and social media coordinator to Gazi Kozo.
Wow, bitch.
Today,
Gazi probably looking at this shit. I mean, if he can, and just being like shaking his head, I would be so hurt. Cause these are real traitors. These are real traitors.